Hi, hello, and welcome to another interesting session on electromagnetic field theory and waves. In today's session, we'll see the Faraday's law, the Lenz's law, transformer EMF, and the generator EMF. So let's get started. So the scientist Michael Faraday, he proved that magnetic field could produce a current. So he performed an experiment and he proved that a static magnetic field cannot produce any current, but if the current is time varying and electromotive force is induced in a closed path, so which is the result of the varying magnetic field. He also discovered that the induced EMF is equal to the rate of change of the magnetic flux linking with the current. So we have two terms here. One is the transformer EMF, the second one is the generator EMF. So this is the principle of transformer EMF. The rate of flux linkages. If the flux linkages are changing with respect to time, an induced EMF is generated, which is known as the transformer EMF. So according to Faraday's law, he stated that there is induced EMF which is produced due to the rate of change of flux linkages. So we can write this in equation form as E is proportional to d phi by dt, or we can write E is equal to N into d phi by dt. Here N is the number of turns in the circuit. If you take N a number of turns as 1, then E will be equal to d phi by dt. Here E is the induced EMF and d phi by dt is the rate of change of flux linkages. Now in the earlier equation, if you see, E is equal to d phi by dt. There is no negative sign here. So another scientist, Lenz, he gave the direction of this induced EMF. So he stated that this induced EMF acts in a direction so as to oppose the flux. So that's why we get a negative sign here. E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So in electrostatics, we have an equation which relates the voltage or the electric potential to the electric field intensity, which is equal to closed line integral of E dot dl. So V is equal to closed line integral of E dot dl. So this E is the same as electric potential in electrostatics. So to make both of these two terms same, we'll put E here in place of electric potential. So the magnetic flux which is passing through a specific area, we can write this as phi is equal to integral of B dot ds. This is a surface integral. Here B is the flux density. So in place of this equation, E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So in place of this phi, we can substitute integral B dot ds. Therefore we get E is equal to minus d by dt integral B dot ds. So if you take this integral d by dt inside the integral, we can write this as a partial integral. Therefore E is equal to minus integral of dou b by dou t dot ds. So if you see this equation, this is similar to the transformer action, where the flux linkages are changing with respect to time. That's why this EMF is known as the transformer EMF. We can conclude this equation as closed integral of E dot dl is equal to minus integral of dou b by dou t dot ds. Now in the left hand side, we have a closed line integral. So a closed line integral can be replaced by a surface integral according to the Stokes theorem. So in place of this closed line integral of E dot dl, we apply the Stokes theorem and convert this closed line integral into surface integral. So we can write closed line integral of E dot dl is equal to del cross E dot ds, which is the surface integral. Therefore, del cross E dot ds is equal to integral of minus dou b by dou t. Or if you remove the integral on both sides, we can write this as del cross E is equal to minus dou b by dou t. So this is one of Maxwell's equation. Now if the magnetic field is not varying with time, then we can write dou b by dou t is equal to 0. Therefore closed integral of E dot dl is equal to 0 and del cross E is also equal to 0. So these are the equations for the transformer EMF. Next we will see the generator EMF. So in this diagram here the magnetic field is stationary. If the magnetic field is stationary and the coil is rotated to induce some EMF, so that EMF is induced. So such EMF generated is known as the generator EMF. So here we will consider a charge Q which is moved in a magnetic field B and the charge is moving at a velocity of V. So we can write the expression for the force on the charge as F is equal to Q into V cross B. Here Q is the charge, V is the velocity of the moving charge and B is the magnetic field. But the relationship between the electric field intensity and the force is given as E is equal to F divided by Q. So we can write F is equal to QV cross B. So in place of this F, we can substitute QV cross B. Therefore EM is equal to QV cross B divided by Q. Can cancel Q and Q, then EM is equal to V cross B. So the equation for induced EMF is closed line integral of EM dot dl is equal to, so EM, in place of EM we can write this V cross B dot dl. Now if the flux density or the magnetic field is also varying with respect to time, so initially we considered that the magnetic field is stationary and the coil is rotated in order to generate the EMF. Now if the magnetic field is also varying with respect to time, then the induced EMF will be the combination of the transformer EMF and the generator EMF. So we can write E is equal to closed line integral of E dot dl. So add the transformer EMF and the generator EMF. This is equal to minus dou b by dou t dot ds plus closed integral of V cross B dot dl. So this is the sum of the transformer EMF and the generator EMF. So the transformer EMF can be considered when the current carrying conductor is stationary and the magnetic field is rotating with respect to time. In case of generator EMF, the magnetic field is stationary and the current carrying conductor is rotated, and if both are varying with respect to time, the total induced EMF is the combination of the transformer EMF and the generator EMF. That's all in this session. Thank you.